back to my channel. My name is Michaela. I'm the content creator behind KandidKayla.com, a platform where I help us become the best we that we can be with the intent of growing ourselves, in ourselves, and for ourselves. So on today's video, I'm going to talk all about the 3 very basic and practical steps that you can use in order to set yourself up to not only lose weight, but to grow in your physical wellness. So jumping right into this thing and understanding that physical wellness is not just losing weight or being skinny, but it's the overall principle behind how you feel in your body, how you take care of your body, and how you maintain your body. And so for some people, if who you are is naturally skinny, then that works for you. But for other people, you're naturally curvy, you're naturally thick, whatever that might look like for you is for you. In the same principle, how you manage your personal hygiene, as well as your exercise health and your heart health and everything like that, all of that is a personal thing. So taking that into consideration, the first thing that you're going to want to do is know your hindrances. So this week on the blog, we've been talking about all of our hindrances that we might have as it relates to excelling in our physical wellness. Knowing your hindrances is essentially just evaluating yourself in order for you to understand why it is that you're not particularly the healthiest, or in what ways you struggle with your physical wellness. Understanding my hindrances, I can then go on to my second point, which is having a plan and formulating a plan that directly addresses your hindrances. So knowing exactly what it is that I struggle with, I was able to make a plan around that. So in the very beginning, I never thought that I could lose the weight just because of the way that we look at weight in my family and how we were taught about it. I felt like it was something that I would always yo-yo with. I didn't think that I would be able to lose weight and keep the weight off. So I needed to change my mindset. I didn't think that I was going to be able to be consistent because I had never been before. I didn't think I had time. All of these things, right? And so because of that, I was able to evaluate the problem. What was the problem that kept me from being able to grow in my physical health, right? So those are your hindrances. Your first one is already checked off. The second part to building a plan is to actually set a goal. So what is it that you feel would make you healthy? So for me, I needed to lose some weight, I needed to eat better, and I needed to feel good about my body. So even if I didn't necessarily lose all the weight and things like that, or I stayed fluffy because I liked myself fluffy, it was important for me to get to a place where I could walk up a flight of steps and not be winded, exercise when I wanted to and not feel like I was dying afterward or I was super sore afterward. And ultimately, I wanted to get myself to a place where I was taking little to no medications, because my 80-year-old grandmother takes less medications than I do. The next part to building a plan is knowing exactly what will work best for you in order for you to reach those set goals. So for me, again, I knew my goal was to be a little bit leaner than where I was, but in particular, I wanted to gain a lot of muscle. I had found an influencer on YouTube and Instagram who had a similar body shape to mine when she was in her heavier form, and I liked the way that she was able to lean down. So I saw which program she used, I saw which processes she used in order for her to get from her point A to her point B, which is where she's at now. And I realized that a lot of that involved weight training. I also didn't really know much about fitness. I didn't have a lot of friends that were into fitness. So what I ended up doing is I consulted a trainer. So while you might not have money for a trainer, I definitely believe that at a minimum you can go in for a consultation, which for me, I think the consultation was like $30-ish in order for me to be baseline evaluated and then to have a great conversation about what she thought would be my best method in order for me to get to where I wanted to be. And if you don't have that, then definitely try to network. Speak with who you can, try to barter. If you have anybody in your circle of influence that does what you want to do or what you feel would be best for your body, then have a conversation with them, sit down with them, really just do the research and figure out what it is exactly that you want to do. YouTube is an excellent source, all of those things. Once you've decided what it is exactly that you need to do in order to get to your goal, so you've decided what hinders you, you've decided how to overcome those hindrances, you've decided what goals you need to have, and you've decided what it is that you need to do in order to get to those goals, the last thing is how to actually scale those goals. So for me, I knew that I needed to do a combination of cardio and weightlifting in order to get slimmer, which is the cardio part, but gain more muscle, which is the strength training part. And so in order for me to scale that, what that looks like is I can't go out my first day and run 5 miles. That's not Michaela. I'm not that great. So I used the Couch 5K app in order to get me running. So it started with just walking because I wasn't able to do the first session. Then I went from walking to the intervals for the first session, and then I went from the intervals to actually running consistently. And now I'm about to start my 10K process. So going from a 5K to a 10K, which is extremely exciting. On the strength training side, I actually consult a personal trainer for that. But for what I want to do, I'm able to start with lower weights, and then over time I've just been gradually increasing my weights and doing the same exercises with just increasing the weights in order for me to get comfortable with those weights, and ultimately I'm building those muscles. And I've incorporated some different exercises and things like that as I've grown, because I've just realized that I like targeting certain muscle groups, and that while not having a gym, especially in quarantine, I have to skew a lot of those exercises and make them home available for me without a set of weights. But nonetheless, I'm able to do all the strength training that I need and scale that to my life. So you make a plan so that even when you don't see results, even when you don't feel like participating, even when you feel like you're down in the dumps and it's not working, you'll still know what you need to do in order for you to reach your goals. So once you've done all of those things, your plan is basically built. Now all you have to do is just execute. So like I said, I knew everything that I struggled with, and now I just execute my plan. So I have a certain number of days that I do cardio, I have a certain number of days that I do strength. I have days where my cardio doesn't look the same, so I don't run every day. I do some walking, I mix it up. I do some jump roping, jogging, I'll do sprint intervals, I'll just do regular intervals where I walk and jog. It just kind of depends on what you want and what you need. So ultimately, in order to keep the weight off, you'll just have to keep working your plan and diversifying and changing your plan and reevaluating your plan every time you meet a goal. So once I met my first goal, which was to lose about 5 pounds, I then went back and I reevaluated my plan to make sure that I was seeing the types of results that I would like. Am I seeing my waist go down, which was of great importance to me? And am I seeing my hips go up? Which is also of great importance to me. So those are just the 3 very basic principles on how to lose weight and get yourself healthy. You can apply this strategy and this scheme to every aspect of your physical health. So whether that be you wanting to look better and feel better in your body and what you eat, but these basic principles is what I use, and specifically I use for my exercise and things like that, and it was able to yield lasting results in my life. So if this video was helpful to you guys, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. I would love to hear all of you guys' feedback. Similarly, I would like to know in the description box, tell me what area of your life that you plan on strategizing in order for you to impact your physical wellness. So until next week, you guys,